Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Herbs. Stephen, send me your address. Mr. P, Stephen P, send me your address today sometime, please. Thank you. Good morning, Trenton Shy and Michael in third. Nerdy, Derek, Neo, Cat Meowzilla. There you guys are. Salem, good morning. Good morning. Rick, Aussie Rick. Good morning, Laura. You're awfully divine. Marcus, Doc's here. Mike Barball, Exception, Hagar, Hags. That's your morning thought. Saul, there's a morning thought for everybody right there. You guys saw that, Herb. All of the southern states, you guys are freezing. Welcome to the northern states. It won't stop snowing here. Snowed again last night. Good morning, Exception. Is that right, Katie? Minus 15. I think we're like at 5. We're at like 5. Isn't that crazy, Herbs? Give me 5 people that like this. They like this morning. It's a good read. Thank you, Michael, in third. Give me 5 people that are like, they just dig the old Terence McKenna's readings. Right, Neil? Jeez, Vegas. We haven't seen 54 degrees since last summer. Should there be more likes? 48 people here, 17 likes. Should there be more likes? I have 48 people and 18 likes now. The reason 52 people and 18 likes. We try to get likes up there so it gets us more presence in the algorithm. More people will get randomly shown our videos, and guess what? They like it. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Take one more minute, a hug, and say hello to everybody. Hit a like button, and then we'll get things going here, right? Oh, that sounds good, Rob. Good job, Sue. Thank you. 52 people, 33 likes. 35 likes. And the likes are climbing. Do what Rodman said. Just double tap your screen. Maybe that'll get a like. Okay. Let's get started. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Shai. Glad you're here. Your package will go out today, bro. Good morning. What's going on with the Bob's Big Boy haircut or hairdo? Okay. You guys ready? Are we ready? We have to do a giveaway to get started. But it's for lab rats only. Lab rats only. Freeze dried, a year old. Penis envy. A lab rat that receives these promises to give us a report to tell us if they're good or not. I mean, if they're still potent, I'm sure that they are. But we need a lab rat report. We already sent one out yesterday for a reporter. So if you're ready to give me a report, then you should also be ready to give me a number between 1 and 50. Number between 1 and 50. And you can put up to 3 on your line at one time. 1 and 50. Okay? Who wants to be a lab rat? Okay? For the rest of your life, you can say, hey, for a minute there, I was a lab rat. Lab rats. It's so funny. Rodman, 48. Rodman. It's a 48. So Rodman. Good job. Rodman, I have to say, I really appreciate your involvement. You're very involved. You're very helpful on the that Pops group chat. You're very, very kind, helpful to people on there, and I appreciate that. You're a good guy. So we're going to send this to Rodman, and when Rodman gets a chance to experience the medicine, he'll give us a report. Okay? He's a very nice guy, am I right, Niff? Yeah, but look, everybody says the same thing. So congratulations. Yes, Neo, it's on. Ask Niffy how to get there. Niffy was the one that somebody. Yeah, Niffy is the one. So lab rat. We're gonna do another lab rat later. We'll give another lab rat package away later. Okay. Give me 5 people that think it's cool that we're giving away lab rat packages. Give me 5 people. Ah, there he is. I was waiting to see him. King Kush. King Kush. King, I didn't reply to your email because of timing and just I didn't have a chance. But here's your reply. You're getting a package sent to you today. And this is your label right here. And I will send you tracking after the show today. Okay? So thank you for sending me that note. And I'll look forward to a report from you as well. Okay? Thank you very, very much. And say hello to your wife for me. Okay. So, lab rats. Lab rats of the world unite. Okay? Classic, you're a doll. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Bizarre world records that you've never heard of before. That's great, King. Thank you. Jesus, this is so creepy. Okay, how's this? This is creepy. You ready? I'm going to read some bizarre world records to you guys. Just rando bizarros. Okay, you ready? The longest beard on a female. The longest beard on a female belongs to Vivian Wheeler from the United States of America. How long do you think her beard was? Vivian. How long do you think Vivian's beard is? Pops is maybe an inch, okay? 17 feet, what's she doing? How long? It's way too long. How long? Can she tuck it into her belt? 17 and a half inches. 17 and a half inches. That's like down here somewhere. That's like below the breasts, guaranteed. Ew. But why? Maybe she's a carnival show or something. I don't know. Why are we freaking out if a lady has a beard? What is it? Are we being sexists? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, she has me beat by a mile, Billy D. The fastest time to pop 100 balloons by a dog. Who's having these kind of world records? Okay? The fastest time to pop 100 balloons by a dog. Okay? Oh, for sure, Vague. For sure it was hormonal. Poor girl. It was set by a Jack Russell Terrier named Crumpet. Crumpet was popping balloons, 100 of them. A world record. How long do you think it took Crumpet to pop 100 balloons? Good morning, Nadia. How long? 6 minutes. 2 minutes. Crumpet is going around crumping balloons. World record. I could see him in there just tearing them up. Pop, 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 pop. What? That's pretty close, Justin. You're really close. You guys are close. 40.59 seconds. They even have the 0.59. 40.59, the 100th balloon popped. Thank you, Crumpet. Okay, how about this one? That would be fun. It would be worth 40 seconds, right, JC, to watch that? Watch Crumpet just pound 100 balloons. Okay, Jack Russells are great dogs. Okay, how about this one? You guys have to guess this one. The most spoons, who did this? The most spoons balanced on a face. Spoons balancing on your face. Well, whoa, wait a minute, whoa. How many? How many spoons could you balance on your face? I can't balance one. I can't balance one. Justin Robinson, your face must be really big to get 83 on there. The world record, Matthew Crawford from the UK, 25 spoons. Oh, what, who, 85? What, 83? Justin, how big is your face? Your face is the size of a of a cookie sheet or something. What? How about this one? You guys ready? The largest gathering of people dressed as gorillas. If you have a gorilla suit, we would like you to join the party. Bring your gorilla suit. Bristol, UK. 1,014 people dressed up in gorilla costumes. I wonder if there are any bananas around. Did anybody bring a banana? Okay, so I'm picturing, this is what I'm picturing right now. A bearded female wearing a gorilla suit, balancing spoons on her face, and her dog is next to her popping balloons. What's going on, Pops? Do you guys like these? You want me to read a couple more? Should I read a few more of these to you guys? Haig's got the picture. Give me 5 people that want me to read a couple more. Bizarro World Record-o. Bizarro Records. Okay. Not flooded classic, but snowed under. Okay, I'm going to read a couple more. This is crazy. This is ridiculous. The longest distance cycled on a unicycle is held by Stephanie and Raphael Gaudry from France, who cycled a total of 1,874 kilometers on a unicycle. I don't really understand that, though, because they have 2 people. What did they do, get off and take turns? How could there be 2 people hold the record on a unicycle? I need clarification on that one. How about this one? The largest collection of Star Wars memorabilia. It belongs to Steve Sansweet from the USA. Give me a rough number of how many Star Wars items does this guy have in his collection? Take a wild guess. Take a swing at it. Take a swing at it. Good morning, Marky Z. 10,000. That's what HP thinks. 10,000. 45,000. That's a lot. You guys aren't even close. You're not even in the ballpark. Okay? You got to go way up there. No, not 1 million, Hags. 300,000 items. 300,000. That is like so many Star Wars things. Who counted them? I lost count. Start over. Start over. I lost count. Okay, here's one. You know, every once in a while you got to layer. You got to wear something extra. Sometimes you put a shirt on over a shirt. That happens, right? Of course that happens. Well, what if you try to turn it into a world's record? How many t-shirts can you put on in 1 minute? How many t-shirts do you think you could put on in 1 minute? Rodman's going 300. I could easily do 300 pops. Easily. Okay? How many t-shirts? Okay? How did King Kush know the exact amount? It's 14. It's a world record. The most t-shirts ever put on in 1 minute is held by Saneth Bandara from Sri Lanka. He had nothing better to do. So he put on 14 t-shirts in 1 minute. Okay. Anybody ever seen really long fingernails? I'm talking about real ones, not acrylic Facos. Once they start getting long, don't they start to curl or something? Isn't there a curl factor going on? The longest fingernail on a single hand is held by Lee Redmond from the USA. Her right thumbnail measured 8.65 meters in length. That's impossible. 8.65 meters. That's not even possible. Higgs, what's the math on that? Higgs, what's the math on that? 8.65 meters. Give me that in feet. 27 feet. What? I don't know. I think they might have meant centimeters instead of meters. I don't know. How could you have a thumbnail, that's 27 feet long? What? Greenie, they have pictures of it? I don't want to see the picture. Send me a link. Send me a link. I'll show it to you guys. That's crazy. This is going pretty crazy too. How do you do that though? I'm not kidding you. How about you can't drive? You can't even fit your thumb inside of a car. Yeah, well, she uses the other hand free. She's free to use whichever hand she wants. I want to see the picture. I just decided I do want to see the picture. Okay? Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Wait a minute. Is that even possible? Longest thumbnail in history. Longest thumbnail ever. Okay. All right. Okay, we're grossed out. All right. Okay, I just went gross. I actually feel like I'm getting PTSD as I watch this. Wow. What the? Okay. Why is it always like a third world country where they have nothing better to do? I swear. That's all you can think of? Let me grow my fingernails. What the? I'm not making fun of it. I'm absolutely awestruck in a way. What? How about this one? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. The most tennis balls held in one hand at one time. How many tennis balls can you hold in your hand? Tennis ball. I could probably hold 2. Okay? How many do you think you could hold? Straightie's going 7. What? Straightie, you have big hands. Well, this person must have a basket for a hand. They must have a basket. 11 tennis balls in her hand. 11 tennis balls. That's crazy. And I know a dog, yeah. And I'll give you one more crazy. Have you ever put a candle out with your tongue? No, Pops, I really haven't. I've done this. I've wetted my fingers and pinched the flame. I've done that. But I've never taken the candle and put it on my tongue to put it out. It seems a little, seems like there would be a better way to do it. Maybe just blow on the candle, okay? This guy, he decided to set a world's record. Rodman did it. Oh, you guys were crazy kids. This guy set a world record. Most candles extinguished by a tongue in 1 minute. Thomas Blackthorne. He extinguished 33 candles with his tongue in 1 minute. Tom, I gotta hand it to you, bro. What? Yeah, what would his tongue look like afterwards? Okay, 33. There were probably 35 lined up. He just didn't get to the last 2. Well, that's your bizarre world records for this morning. Give me 5 people that liked hearing those bizarros this morning. Huh? Crazy kids. Bizarre world records. We're always coming up with new stuff here. Okay? We're going to do crazy stuff here every morning. Then, we're going to read about mycology. Here we go. Here we go. Do you have a fear of fungi? Mycophobia. I have a confession. I won't say I had mycophobia, but I can say as a Ute, I hated mushrooms. Hated them. I wouldn't go near a mushroom of any type. There's 6 kids in the family, mom and dad, so basically 8 meals, right? For a dinner. If there was a mushroom in it, I wouldn't eat. I was the picky little eater. Well, my dad was like, well, then he starves. He can go to bed without food. That's his problem. My mom would be, well, let me make him a grilled cheese sandwich while everybody else had something with mushrooms in it. So my mom would take care of me. I hated mushrooms. To this day, I still don't even care for like mushrooms on a pizza. I'll eat them, but I'm not a wet mushroom guy. It's the consistency of them that freaks me out. It's just that squishiness of a mushroom. I just don't care for it. Now the dried mushroom, no problem. Freeze dried or dehydrated, but I couldn't get past that. And I hated mushrooms growing up. Hated them. And it was well known in my family. Well known. The one thing don't put on his plate is mushrooms. Okay? Nerdy, you don't like avocados for the same reason? See, it's funny because I love avocado. Avocado is like Mexican butter. Okay? But mushrooms, yeah. I mean, everyone else in my family loves mushrooms to eat. I have a hard time with it. So I'm sitting here, I'm Mr. Mushroom Pop Shrooms. And it's funny because it wasn't until I was 60 years old that I started to change that. I'll eat mushrooms now. They're not my favorite thing to eat, but I'll eat them no problem because I know there's a lot of medicine in just a regular mushroom. So mushrooms are now part of my diet. But they hadn't always been. And I wouldn't say I feared mushrooms, but I disliked them incredibly, okay? But there is a large part of our population, the world population, that actually has what they call mycophobia. There's more people that have mycophobia than we think. Do you believe that? Give me 5 people that think that could be true. Sigmund Freud said, the dream wish rises like a mushroom out of its mycelium. Of all the impressions fungi have left on human cultures, one of the most inexplicable is the widespread fear or mycophobia placed onto the queendom. Why have so many cultures ignored the healing qualities of mushrooms? It can't simply have been, as some historians argue, because some mushrooms are poisonous. Most traditional cultures were and are masters of their environment and able to delineate between thousands of plant species. Deadly plants outnumber fatal mushrooms and can even look like edible plants. Likewise, it could not have been due to the inconsistency of mushroom hunting. Many plant crops are ephemeral, inconsistent, or otherwise hard to access. Hunting animals is a laborious task, often taking days or weeks to complete. Conversely, patches of easily identifiable mushroom species, such as lion's mane, chanterelle, and chicken of the woods, can produce annual crops, making them a reliable source of high-quality food for even casual foragers. And if a given culture observed the mycophagy amongst the animals, it would have been clear that fungi are a valuable food. It is then that mycophobia is some sort of an ancestral fear, woven into the human genome, like the trepidation that follows snakes and spiders. I have that one. I cannot stand snakes. Spiders, not so much. I mean, I don't want to get around them, but I could look at a spider, no problem. Snake, just even being around one freaks me out. Okay? And then I have friends, some of you, snake collectors. It's like, how do you do that? But it's a whole thing. There's a whole market of people that are trading snake eggs, and the snake thing's a big thing. I couldn't go, oh. That's one of my own, I don't have very many phobias, but snake phobia, I definitely have that. Considering how many cultures have indeed thoroughly adopted fungi, the answer to the question seems to be no. But where does this fear originate? Mycophobia must be a custom with a defined origin and a rationale. Otherwise, how could it have persevered for so long? Surprisingly, mycologists and historians rarely acknowledge the fact that, for no substantial reason, some cultures have chosen to fear a common element in their environment. Mycophobia is simply accepted as inconsequential, an acceptable trend. At least it's perceived by historians that are coming from their own fungi-fearing culture. On the other hand, I find the degree to which certain societies fear fungi not only intriguing, but upon deeper analysis, reflective of that culture's relationship with the world, a more cryptic and darker expression of human fungal relations. Observing decomposing mushrooms One could propose, as many have, that mycophobia is merely an outgrowth of a culture's avoidance of death. Indeed, fungi have long been connected with the underworld, often being placed amongst other organisms. Mushrooms have been called a superfluous air, exuded by rotting substances. And as the 13th century philosopher Albert Magnus described them, the result of rotting, not the cause of it. The Roman philosopher Pliny the Elder stated that mushrooms were made noxious by the breath of subterranean serpents exiting their dens. Thanks, Pliny. Okay? In ancient Arabian texts, fungi were seen to be half alive, somewhere between mineral and plant, just as 16th century herbalists claimed mushrooms existed between animate and inanimate states. Even the origin of the word fungus denotes the morbid association, coming as it does from the Latin funus, corpse, and ago, I make. Fungus means a corpse that I make. Arising from the chthonic realm, fungi were often seen as bridges between the lands of light and dark. And wherever they would appear overnight, that's so weird how you go out to your front yard and there's a mushroom in your front yard. It wasn't there yesterday. They appear overnight in circles of bright white mushrooms. Humans would claim spirits had been at play. To many cultures, entering these fairy rings, one risked being carried to the land of pixies, potentially to never return. Don't go near that ring of mushrooms. You're going to turn into a pixie and you're never coming back. In the Netherlands, fairy rings are the resting place of the devil's churn. And in Ireland, they are made whenever the devil spills milk while making butter. That was their explanation. Oh, I think the devil must have spilled some milk when he was making butter. In Germany, Hexenringe, witches' rings, are produced on the eve of Beltane by witches under high revelry. And in the Philippines, they are connected with diminutive spirits, just as Celtic and Scandinavian cultures claim they are the dance floor of spirits, fairies, and elves. There's a lot of weird things that in different cultures, before we got a lot more educated, that must be the explanation. The Blackfoot says the rings are created by the dancing steps of buffalo, while to the French, the rondes des sorciers, sorcerers' rings, have long been considered sacred. Some legends assert that the only way to safely investigate a fairy ring, wait for this, you want to investigate the fairy ring? To do it safely, you have to run around it 9 times so as to hear the fairies dancing underground. Okay, a 20th century English tradition states that this must be done clockwise under a full moon. To go the opposite direction would enable the fairies to catch the runner. So remember to go clockwise 9 times around the fairy ring and be listening for the fairy dancing. Is this interesting to any of you? There's a couple more paragraphs. Actually, a few more. Is this interesting? It's just kind of interesting to see how we've interacted with fungus over the centuries and centuries and centuries. If a culture also connected fungi to crop blights, associations with loss, illness, and death were unfortunately reinforced. Sandham, the book is my Radical Mycology. Radical Mycology. However, So the Romans feared wheat rust so strongly that dogs were sacrificed to Robagus, the god of agricultural disease, during the during the festival of Robagalia, in hopes of reducing fungus-producing rains. However, this connection may also be historically uncommon. A more recent creation of monoculture farming practices framed through pre-existing biases. Take, for example, the so-called Irish potato famine of the mid-1800s and its association with mass immigration. The potato famine supposedly caused all those Irish people, they have to find a new home, new foods, new places to farm, etc. Huge amounts of Irish people came to the United States and immigrated to other countries too, as a result of the potato famine. Okay, though often attributed to a fungal blight, the potato famine, the saga in Irish history was not due to the failure of potato crops, but to the theft of many other vegetables and meats that the Irish produced by troops of British colonizers. So it's kind of a myth. The potato famine really wasn't a potato famine. It was a bunch of British colonizers coming into Ireland, and they had the power of the sword, and they would just steal all of the Irish people's foods, their potatoes, their vegetables, their meat, everything else. They basically just ran them into the poorhouse, starving them to death. They didn't care. They were just Irish. So the Irish had to do one thing: get out of town. While potato crops were wiped out at this time due to heavy rains, that loss was only a small percentage of the country's self-sufficient food system. The rest was being robbed by the British colonizers. And yet, contemporary mycophobia has enabled this potato famine lie to seep into history's books unquestioned, effectively perpetuating a fungal fear while covering up a forgotten assault on the Irish people. That's pretty interesting, okay? Adding to the negative concept of fungi are the more recent attempts at their weaponization. The Soviet and US militaries have done extensive biological weapons research into the delivery of fungal blights. Lovely. We're going to shoot fungal blights into your territory and into your farmlands and ruin your ability to grow crops there. Lovely. So they've done extensive research. Most notably, they've created something called the wheat stem rust. It's in the Air Force's anti-crop program. It's called Agent TX. You gotta be kidding me. Our Air Force has an anti-crop program. We're just gonna go wipe out another country's crops. Why not? Fusarium oxysporum has also been investigated as a mycoherbicide against the culturally important crops of coca, cannabis, and the opium poppy. So they've come up with a mycoherbicide that they'll spray on coca plants, cannabis plants, and opium poppy to kill them off. Meanwhile, the idea that someday humans or nature will develop a cordyceps-like fungus that turns humans into Walking Dead, I hate that show, hangs as a frightening fungal ability that no other organism seems capable of possessing. Even in our culture, we're taking mushrooms and turning them into scary things. What's the name of that game and that show? All of Us? Or what's the name of it? What's the name of it? The Last of Us. Yeah, The Last of Us. I remember I was watching that because Brock wanted me to watch it with him. I'm like, I hate what they're doing with mushrooms in this show. I hate that. Along the border of living and dying, mycelia sense and digest. They interpret and they destroy more visibly than the bacteria with which they work. The fungi walk between worlds, acting as custodians of the darkness. Some species are so intimately tied to decay that they primarily live and fruit from dead animal parts. These these are the type typified by the corpse finder mushroom. Once found fruiting from a buried box of baby's bones. That's hard to say. Once found fruiting from a buried box of baby bones, this necrophiliac fungus is often used in forensic investigation to detect the corpse of murder victims. If they see this certain kind of mushroom, there's a good chance that there's a murder victim buried right below. You're out searching for the body. Many of these searchers have figured out, look for this particular kind of mushroom. They usually will be growing on tops of corpses. Let's read one more paragraph here. The mycocorrosion of fungi threatens every relic of history, from 3,500-year-old cave paintings in France to glass, concrete, plastic, wood, ceramic, rock, and metal objects created today. The dry, rotting fungi can crumble human structures in a matter of years, just as various polypores regularly destroy ships, mines, and bridges, and they make 15 to 20% of lumber unsellable. With its preference for corroding railroad ties, the train wrecker, Latinus lepidus, has been suspected for causing major derailments in the past. We have mushrooms that like railroad ties. They're chewing up the rail, decomposing the railroad ties. Here comes the rail. Here comes the train. Over the weakened railroad ties, crash because of the decomposing of a fungus. That's crazy. The USDA was so afraid of this fungus that is closely related to the shiitake mushroom that it was banned from importation until 1972. Today, the lichen Soradiata is rapidly dissolving limestone monuments in urban deserts, just as Corona cinerea can degrade death-defying prosthetic hearts. And the kerosene fungus feeds on jet fuel, causing planes to crash. I haven't heard that one yet. I could see it eating jet fuel like in a spill. I haven't heard it getting into the causing a jet to crash yet. In the end, fungi will destroy everything that humans have ever created, driving monuments to the earth. It is the fungi that will carry life through the cruelest acts that humans perpetuate against nature and redefine spaces for plants and animals in the wild to survive. Fungi set the time limit on human productions, a law resisted by past civilizations that built their great monuments from stone. To gain time, ancient people had to fight the unstoppable force of fungal decay. Thus, as the ultimate harbingers of death, fungi not only symbolize the impermanence of an individual, but also the fragility of one's way of life. With each hypha slowly decaying the hourglass of a culture's legacy. There's a little bit more on this passage. Actually, a whole nother page, which is some more fascinating information. I'll continue to read on it tomorrow. Okay, we're going to be looking at a little bit more of the mycophobia and just how it's interwoven through all of our cultures in so many different ways. And in general, it's had a major fear factor. And obvious, because it's so closely associated with death and destruction, decay. And they kind of miss the part that it's life-giving too, the part that we celebrate here. I have 2 quick readings this morning. But before I do that, let's do another lab rat giveaway. How many people like what we were reading this morning? And it's okay, I'll finish that section tomorrow. We just want to stay, every day we're learning something new about our mycology and how it's impacting us, environments, history, cultures, all of that. I think yesterday was lichen. You never think about that. The coolest thing about lichen is that it's literally, when you've harvested it, you've got its whole life cycle. So it's absolutely great stuff. Thank you for being here and wanting to learn with me. Now, give me a number between 1 and 50. I have a lab rat package to give away. I got to give these lab rat packages away. These are all at least 3.5 grams. Lab rat package. Let me see. Give me 3 numbers. Giving me 3 numbers. Give me 3 numbers at one time on a line. Okay, the first person to get the number on their screen, there it is, Joe D's. Joe D's, congratulations, Jojo. Joe D's with the 23. Joe D's, that's a 23 right there. Okay, that one, that's a 23. So Joe D's, do me a favor, Big Joe, send me your address, and we're going to send you this package, and you're going to, when you get a chance, no hurry, do it at your setting, but when you get a chance, we need to get a report from you, okay? Because you're a lab rat. And they're freeze-dried, okay? So you're going to like them. Let's do a reading, okay? Number 23. We have 2 quick readings. Well, this is a quick reading, but then I have another one, okay? Thank you, Joey. Justin Secord, my IG, I forget. Can somebody tell Justin what my IG is? I actually forget. I actually forget. T with pops, T_with_pops, T_with_pops. That's what it is. Gandhi teaches us the difference between a heart and a hand. Gandhi's greatest power in leading India to independence from the British was his inner voice. Quote, "A little voice within us tells us you are on the right track. Move neither to your left nor your right, but keep it straight and narrow. It has never failed me, and for that matter, anyone else. And everyone who will can hear the voice. It is within everyone." There it is, Nif. It's Secord, look at Niffer. She told us the name. That's the end of Gandhi's quote. American journalist Vincent Sheehan once asked Gandhi how he felt so certain of listening to his inner voice. Sheehan said, "Others have inner voices and aren't sure." He seemed to be alluding to whether the voice within was really from the heart, or the true self, or the spirit from within, or from the ego, or from the limited mind. Sheehan was trying to figure this out. Gandhi replied, the renunciation precedes the certainty. Gandhi was essentially saying that once he had surrendered his own desires, could he be certain that the guidance of the inner voice was coming from his heart or spirit, speaking to him through the heart versus a projection of his ego? In learning and adhering to this important part, intelligence skill, Gandhi was able to lean on the reliable guidance of his heart time and time again. Gandhi said this. This is so true. And I think you guys will recognize that this is my philosophy. Okay? Great leaders, Gandhi said this. Great leaders are great followers. They strive to surrender their own attachments and hunger so they can gain guidance from the universe through their inner voice. How do we surrender? When we seek guidance from our heart, we surrender more and more to the little messages or the guidances that come from our own inner voice, rising up from our heart. Just become more aware. You will be increasingly become more in tune with your heart's amazing intelligence. Gandhi. Now that dovetails in with our reading, our regular reading. Gandhi listened to his inner voice, to his self. Was able to figure out that isn't my ego. And he looked at leadership as servants. If he's going to lead, he serves. Leaders aren't to be served. Leaders are to serve. There's so many people have that backwards. We're in the book, The Magic of Surrender. The Magic of Surrender. I'm going to start on page 154. What if everything you've been told about finding your purpose was a myth? Find your purpose. Then you'll be happy. As soon as you're doing what your purpose on the planet is, then you're going to... I got that. I had that program. I spent years looking for my purpose. I did. Oh, it must be this. And then I tried that for a while. No, that's not very fulfilling. Well, let me go seek another purpose. No, I thought this was it, but no, it's not really filling my hole. Okay, well, I have another purpose. I just haven't figured it out. Purpose seeker. Because I really wanted to have a purpose. I really wanted to know why am I here? What's my purpose? It's very normal. That's the normal human condition. That's our program. Once we find what our purpose is, we can get happy. Okay? Well, if that's what it takes to get happy, I'm looking for my purpose, baby. I gotta find my purpose. What if everything you've been told about finding your purpose was a myth? What? I don't want myths. I'm looking for my purpose. What if seeking your purpose was actually an avoidance of it? Take that thought for a minute. Hold on to it for about 10 seconds. Seeking. How many purposes did I seek? A lot. What if I look at it and I realize I was actually avoiding it? It can't be. That doesn't make sense. What if it's your ego's sneaky way to put off living right now? Do you think your ego's sneaky? Give me 5 people that think your ego can be pretty sneaky. Oh, boy. My ego likes to edge God out. Sneaky little son of a gun. It's not in there to do me a lot of good. It's looking for a way to mess me up. Sneaky little fella. So what if it's been telling me this lie this whole time? What if, in fact, there's no need to wait for your purpose? And waiting was a lie. Seeking your purpose was a lie. I know you picked up this book because you want to make a difference. That's why I read this book. I want to make a difference. Deep inside you, you feel a desire to do more, be more, serve more. Yep, that's true. Deep inside, that's exactly how I feel. Don't worry. This is what you're made for. It can't not happen if you truly surrender. But when we mistakenly think our purpose is this elusive thing out there to discover and then do, we often end up not living it. Purpose isn't something you need to find. It will find you. So here's what you need to know. You don't need to know. That's what you need to know. You don't need to know. Let me repeat. You don't need to know your exact life's purpose in order to live it. I don't need to know my life's purpose in order to live it. How your purpose manifests through you will grow, and it's going to change as you evolve. It's not always the same static thing. So stop trying to find it. Purpose isn't something that you do. That's all we've been thinking. Purpose is the thing I'm going to do. Purpose isn't the something that we're going to do. It is who you are being. Purpose is who you are being. It is who you are becoming. Moment to moment. Your purpose is every moment of your life. If we realign our thoughts to think my purpose is every moment of my life, I'm not out there seeking anything. I'm going to live every moment of my life. And now I have purpose. Consider that this very moment is your purpose. This very moment is your purpose. You know when your next moment is? You know your next purpose? In this moment. And now, each of these nows is your purpose. Each of these moments, you're living your purpose. When you embrace this, you will begin to experience the magic and growth that's available in every moment, in every situation, in every day, and in every relationship. You'll be living your purpose. It's good stuff. We think that's something we have to chase, something to target, something to get, and we forget to live it the now. And we all know if we can live in the here and now, how could I be seeking a purpose? I'm in it. I'm doing my purpose. I hope you guys liked that today. Gandhi listened to his inner voice. Got rid of all the material things, didn't need them. He just lived a purpose-filled life, each moment. So, let's have a great day today. Let's have a great day today. I was just reading some of those comments there. Heads up, there it comes. Mush Hunter, in case you didn't get your welcome. Mushy's been here, right? Oh, Mush Hunter. Okay, Hunter. Okay. All right. Oh, Melody, that sounds good. Okay, you guys go have a wonderful day. Thank you very, very much for being here. I need to get 2 addresses today. Stephen, Herbie, I need you to send me an address. You've been doing such a wonderful job for us, and I want to send you a quick reward. Okay? There you go, Joe. That's really good what you said. You guys go have a beautiful day. I thank you for being here. I thank you for listening. I thank you for helping me live my purpose moment by moment, every single day. And it's a much more fulfilling life than any I've ever lived. I'm in my third life now. Up until 30, that was life 1. Then I went from 30 to 60, life 2. I'm in my third life right now. And I'm not looking for my purpose. I'm just living it. Have a great day, you guys. I hope you liked today's message. Vegas, you have a wonderful day. Stuart Hughes, thank you. I'm glad to see you here. Jake, thank you very, very much. Rodman and Rick and Herbie and Vegas and Exception and Carnivorous, hello, and Neo Simplex and Calico Kid and Satter, hi Satter, and Shanti to you, Michael. Cat Meow, Zilla Trent, I love you, thank you. Mush Hunter, thank you. Derek Anderson and Ego for Ecology, there he is. Justin, thank you. Niffer Mama, Satterwolf and Sanum, Classic Blaster, and Brian C. and the Wazzy Wasserton. And Laura, you're divine. Kim, I love you. Cleany, you too. Niffy, I really like you, and I love you. And give old Ava a hug. Rodman and Oreo and Mother Wolf, thank you. Four-Leaf and Justin and Nerdy and Jody's. And Justin, did you get my email? IG? I think they said it's tea time _ pops. That should be it. HB Pilar. Here we go. Nerdy and Justin and Jody's and HB and Shy and Jolie. Good morning, Jolie. Carnivorous and Stuart and John Zook and Herbie and Notorious and Justin. Good morning, Justin. Derek Anderson, Mike Butterball, Justin, Croaky, croaking them up. Jody's, Melody Dawn, Marcus, Doc, Ego, Mother Wolf, King Metro, Oreo, Derek Anderson, Nifra Mama. Anonymous Keys, thank you, Anonymous. Stuart, Anonymous Keys, Croaky and Page, Page, Pops, Peace. 4 things. Be impeccable with our word. It's incredibly powerful. Most amazing magic we can perform with our positive words. Secondly, don't take things personal. We're not that important. Most stuff isn't about us. It's about someone else from some other situation. Love them anyways. Don't have expectations. They're just resentments waiting to happen. And do your best. Day by day, moment by moment. If you're doing that, you're living a purpose-filled life. Go have a great day.